Welcome back to Michaela's World. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick review because I finally, finally finished this book. I've been working on it since 2017. So, thank you to myself, first and foremost, for finishing it. And thank you to Sonia, my friend, because if it wasn't for her project, I probably would have procrastinated even longer. And that's ridiculous. So, this book is Trust by Iyanla Vanzant. First of all, I love Iyanla. She has fixed my life over the years without even being on the show. So, universe, we need to connect because I need to give her thanks in person. This book is great. It is heavy, not like weight wise, it's like regular size book. But as far as what she's talking about in this book, yeah, maybe that's why it took me 2 years to finish it. It's like jam packed with stories and quotes and just truth that most people don't want to hear. Like, Jesus, you're really going to just read me and all of my issues in this one book? This book really hit home for me because, number one, as a little girl, I was one of those people that proclaimed that I had trust issues. And I don't even know if I really knew what I meant by that. But the truth of the matter was that not only did I have trust issues, but I was going to have more trust issues to come. And when I saw this book, it was perfect timing because I was definitely having a moment. I was having a quarter life crisis, to say the least. It was about 27 because it was 2017. And I was like, I have to do something different. I picked up this book. I told my friend about it. This is about mastering 4 essentials: trust in self, trust in God, trust in others, and trust in life. Because this is a process. And we try to rush the process. We try to judge the process. We try to control the process. But it doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't. But reading books like this do help us to feel like we can do this. We can surrender and still feel like we are afloat. So, like I said, it was a heavy read. It took me a long time to get through it. However, I did take a lot of notes. I do feel like it's one of those books that you could probably just like flip through and get just like wisdom off of any page, and especially if you took notes. Matter of fact, I'll read this from page 43. Learning what advice to accept and what to ignore is a critical step on your journey to self-trust. If what you hear doesn't feel right to you, I shouldn't read out loud. If what you hear doesn't feel right to you, trust your gut and don't act on it. I mean, it seems so common sense, but it really isn't. Like, this book has helped me realize that the depth of issues that's what this did. Like I said, I've had to put it down, I've had to pick it up, I've had to put it down, I've had to pick it up because timing. You don't take medicine every day. Well, it depends on the medicine. But you take things in doses. And over these last 2 years, from beginning to end, from the time I bought the book to when I finished it I finished it this morning during the Lionsgate, the 8/8/19. Yeah, I mean, it was like perfect timing. So here are a few notes. Here are a few things, and me and Sonia are going to discuss it in the future on something that she's working on. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so these are just some relevant things that I got from my reading last night, since this is the most recent reading that I've done. Because no, I did not start this book over. Since I was taking notes, I said I am going to just complete this book and still review it, because technically it means I finished this book this year. So We do not trust our mothers, therefore we learn to not trust ourselves. And that is something that I just wrote from reading, yeah, these last few pages of the book. And this resonates with me so much. Like I said, this is a deep seated, deep rooted situation here. Anybody that picks up this book more than likely is in need of some healing. And if you are open to it, you will definitely get you a good whopping helping of that. Because, yeah, this work is not about just the now, it's really for the generations to come. We've got to start being honest with ourselves. We've got to learn to trust. And I don't know if you can break trust down no more than what she done did in this book. Like, it's about knowing thyself, trusting your intuition, having a spiritual practice, knowing how to communicate with other people, knowing that your expectations are sometimes going to skew the outcome of things because you just don't even believe. You ain't got no faith. I ain't had no faith that sometimes, at some point we've all fallen short. Um, Here's another little note I put on here. Lack of trust equals loss of self-respect. That was like a paraphrasing type of situation there. She put that in there. It's real. And this is on all levels, but especially when you're talking about yourself. Like, if you don't trust you, if you don't know what you will do, you're liable to do anything. Believe me, been there, done that. Okay. And it's not to say that I've like jumped off of the cliff into hell, but I have made some decisions based off of pain, and I know that we all have. Learning to trust myself is me just showing up. Okay, just showing up fully, because a lot of us are not showing up fully, and I know that it can be hard, it can be difficult. Sometimes we need to wear masks and cloaks and coats and shit just so we can make it through. But when you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of really loving yourself and accepting yourself in this world, no matter what you got, no matter what you don't got, no matter who's around, no matter what's available, it's about this one centered being, this wholeness that comes from within. That that's why you pick up stuff like this. That's why you read books like this. So the review is great. The review is life changing. The review is healing. The review is mentally stimulating, spiritually stimulating, and you got to look yourself in the mirror. That's a book right there to just show you that you're not a victim in this. You are a key player. But if you don't know the rules of the game, if you don't want to play the game, if you don't want to accept your responsibility in the game, then you're working against yourself, basically. One of the biggest things in this book, though, that did catch me, like, was the boundaries. Oh my gosh, because when I tell you, on some level, there were none. I can say anything. People can say anything. When my feelings hurt, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna say this. Learn behavior, guys. Learn behavior. And when you start analyzing yourself, as I did on my journey, and then you start seeing the decisions that you made, and then you start really calculating and saying, well, if I would do this and I would do this, and I didn't even realize that I would do these things, then I can't trust myself. Like, I really can't. Like, I don't even know what I would do. And that is the most scary, y'all know. Y'all know. You know. I'm not just talking to myself, and I'm not living in this realm alone, so y'all know. So she has this part in the book that says, stop being a history major. And I was like, yes, you're right. Because I can't continue to major in ruminating over these mistakes that I have made, quote unquote mistakes, but they're really just learning opportunities. When you don't know no better, you don't know no better. If I knew better, I would have did better. I'm pretty sure you would have too. So it's like, we can't keep beating ourselves up over what we didn't know when we didn't know. Now we know better. You got to give yourself a clean slate. You have to refresh, renew, and forgive yourself, and start giving yourself some props for doing better, because that's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time to just keep beating up on yourself because you don't want to let it go. You want to be a history major, as she said. And this is about learning to trust your intuition, learning to trust that gut feeling. When something just doesn't seem right, why are you trying to make it right? Why? Stop it. Stop it. Please trust yourself enough to know that maybe something really is wrong, and work on it. She says, and this is a quote: trust requires willingness to fall without giving the fall a permanent meaning. Yes, I have scraped my knee. I have busted my elbow before. I done hit my head several times. I done rolled down cliffs. I have been in a fire. No, these are metaphors for the hell in the mind. The hell in the mind that translates into crazy actions. We ain't doing none of that no more. Because just because I did that before, don't mean that I do it again. Just because I would react some type of way before doesn't mean that that's the healthiest or best way to do it. And don't give yourself this title of not being able to change, because that's crazy. Of course you can. Energetic alchemist. That's what we are. That is what I am. That is who I am. I am what I seek. It says squiggle, 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 but I am what I seek. That's what it's meant to say. I'm just saying. So anyway, before I start preaching on y'all, I give this book a yes. I really encourage men to read it, because it seems as if, a lot of us women are trying to dig in and get to know ourselves, and these men are not emotionally, I understand that there is a difference between masculine energy and feminine energy. However, everybody has both. And if you are not in tune with how you feel and your inner G, then what is going to happen to the world? Because I can't be doing all this work and then, I meet you and you just can't even express how you feel on a Sunday. What am I supposed to do with that? So, yeah. Or if you want me to become a mind reader, let me not go there. But anyway, until next time, until I finish another book, I will see you all later in the book review section. Peace. Oh, what am I doing? First of all, no, it's not over yet. Please subscribe, because I have a lot of plans. And follow me on Instagram, Michaela's World. It's in the description. And if you happen to be in Georgia and you want to get these hands, this work, follow me also at La Naked Locks. That is my artistic expression upon your crown. Okay, so that's enough of the commercials. Now I'm about to go for real. Peace.